Group's leader and the most experienced hiker, Rustem Slobodkin, 23, Sinada Kolmogorova, 22, Ludmila Dublanina, 21, Alexander Georgi Krovin.
Hi guys, welcome back. I hope all of you are doing well despite the intense wave of strange illnesses spreading around lately. Today, we're diving into a truly terrifying film about a mountain climbing tragedy in Russia. Many of you might already know the infamous incident behind it, the one often connected to the Dyatlov Pass disaster. The movie, titled Devil's Pass, was released in 2013. Curious to know what really happened? Well, instead of wasting time, let's jump straight into it. And as usual, if you enjoy this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Back in February 1959, the bodies of 9 hikers were discovered in the Ural Mountains of Russia. They had died under mysterious circumstances during an expedition led by Igor Dyatlov. The event was so unsettling that it became known as the Dyatlov Pass tragedy. Fast forward 52 years later, 5 university students were reported missing while attempting to climb the same mountain range. According to the Russian search and rescue team, the students vanished without a trace in the upper ridge area. During their operation, the team managed to recover a video recording belonging to the missing group. However, instead of revealing the truth, the Russian government classified the footage. The story blew up online, and soon after, a group of hackers breached government archives and leaked the students' recording to a conspiracy theory forum. What you're about to see is the visual record left behind by those students from Udon University before they disappeared.
I opened the door in the darkness.
There's a tree.
I'm sorry.
There's a tree.
The footage begins with a girl named Holly, who announces her plan to lead an expedition into the Ural Mountains.
Mountains to a town called Evdel.
She and her 4 teammates intend to shoot a documentary throughout their journey. They prepare all the necessary gear and display their 5 plane tickets before traveling by steam train toward the mountain region. Before starting their ascent, Holly plans to visit a former climber, the only person believed to know the truth about what happened at Dyatlov Pass. But when they arrive at the mental hospital where he's being treated, their attempt to interview him is abruptly cut short when the staff forcefully expels them from the building. As they were leaving, the group caught a glimpse of a man who was believed to be Abba Peter. He struggled to warn them in Russian, though they couldn't understand exactly what he meant. The next morning, Holly and her team set off toward the Ural Mountains, renting an old, beat-up car for the trip. Before they began the climb, their driver, Sergei, suggested visiting his aunt's house, believing she might have more information about the Dyatlov tragedy. Curious, Jensen asked Sergei about the strange message Peter had traced in the snow. After seeing Jensen's attempt to recreate the writing, Sergei explained that it meant, "Stay away." When they finally reached Sergei's aunt, Ayla, who had once joined a rescue team years earlier, she began sharing what she had witnessed. She told them that her team had discovered 11 frozen bodies, and 2 of them showed signs of bizarre mutations. Amid the confusion and fear, the government immediately confiscated those 2 corpses and concealed every detail about what had happened in the mountains. Hearing this testimony only strengthened Holly's belief that something terrifying in the Ural Mountains was being hidden by Russian authorities. Even so, her curiosity, and the group's determination, pushed them to continue the expedition. After hiking for hours, the team was stunned by the overwhelming beauty of the region, a place the locals ominously called the Mountain of the Dead.
He's the strong, silent type, huh?
Peace cannot take her eyes off you.
So guys,
Weather changes quickly.
but snowshoe again. This is awesome.
As the daylight began to fade, they decided to set up camp for the night and continue their climb the next morning.
I
sleep fine anywhere.
Chopping up some wood.
They continued their expedition, but tensions gradually rose among the group. Holly noticed Jensen staring off into the distance, looking deeply unsettled. When she asked what was wrong, Jensen admitted he felt something was seriously off, almost as if something terrible was about to happen. Hearing this, Holly tried to calm him down, reassuring him that everything would be fine. But while they were talking, the group spotted 2 mysterious figures watching them from afar, observing their movements in complete silence. When they finally reached the site where the Dyatlov team's bodies had once been found, they immediately set up their tents.
The other one over? Yeah. The other one. Right, I got it.
Point between 9 and 11 o'clock.
As soon as the preparations were finished, Holly began filming, documenting the exact spots where the original victims' corpses had been discovered.
Group's leader and the most experienced hiker, Rustem Slobodkin, 23, Sinada Kolmogorova, 22, Ludmila Dublinina, 21, Alexander, Georgy Krivonychenko, Zolotarev. All the victims was determined to be hypothermia.
But then her GPS suddenly malfunctioned. Moments later, Jensen arrived and revealed that his compass was also acting strangely. Confused and increasingly uneasy, Andy urged the group to turn back, arguing that their supplies were running low and that continuing the climb without a functioning GPS or compass was incredibly risky. But Holly, as stubborn and determined as ever, refused to quit and insisted that they press on. Later that night, the team made a startling discovery. The radiation signal they had traced actually originated from a hidden underground bunker nearby.
Uranium in the rock here.
It's definitely coming from here.
Let's check it out.
Be careful.
Okay. God, Jensen, it's...
Gotta get this on film.
They tried opening the heavy steel door, but the frozen metal and compacted snow made it impossible. With no other choice, they decided to return to camp and check the bunker again the next morning. As the night grew darker, Holly continued vlogging, giving a hand signal before inviting Den to help her record a short 19-second clip.
Ready again? Yes.
Impressed?
Shit.
Okay?
Shit.
But just as they began, the entire group froze in fear as a chilling, inhuman scream echoed through the forest. The situation grew critical. Jensen became convinced that the avalanche was actually a military sabotage. In the middle of the heated argument, Andy suddenly shouted that he couldn't feel his legs. Moments later, the group realized the harsh truth. Andy's leg had been severely injured, likely broken after being struck by the rushing snow. John immediately tried to treat his wound the best he could under the freezing conditions.
This is gonna hurt a little. This is just gonna hurt a little. All right, brother. I'm gonna go on 3, okay?
Before dawn, Jensen reviewed some of his earlier footage and spotted 2 military personnel lurking in the distance. This strengthened his suspicion that the avalanche wasn't natural, that it had been triggered by an explosive set off by the military. Not long after, Holly revealed what she and Jensen had been hiding. They had discovered the entrance to an underground bunker the previous night. Realizing their lives might be in danger, she insisted they needed to leave the mountain as soon as possible. Their hopes briefly rose when they saw 2 hikers approaching. But Jensen quickly recognized them as the same individuals who had been spying on the group earlier. Panic erupted. They tried to get Andy to move, but he refused, telling them to escape while he stayed behind. Forced to leave him, the remaining members fled and managed to hide inside the bunker.
Oh, send help! Jeez. No! Go! Oh my God! Get it!
Breathing heavily and shaken, Holly tried calming everyone down and urged them to find another exit before their pursuers caught up.
Okay, I got it. We're in a tunnel. A switch, a power switch.
While searching the bunker, they came across several rooms that hinted at something unsettling. Holly noticed her bleeding becoming worse, and Den tried to assist her while keeping her steady.
Oh, shit!
Stay close. Keep going. Jesus.
Meanwhile, Jensen, driven by curiosity, explored deeper into the bunker. What he found left him speechless. Documents detailing military experiments, photographs of American naval ships, and files showing sailors fused with the hull of the USS Philadelphia. The note suggested that the government had attempted teleportation experiments, but the tests had gone horribly wrong, causing the crew's bodies to merge with the vessel itself. After Jensen explained his discovery, Holly, worried about John's worsening condition, urged Den to help her find an escape route using the bunker's ventilation system.
Still work. Told you someone had been here. Maybe.
Holly, look at the bullet holes.
Christ.
The atmosphere grew even more terrifying as the group stumbled upon skeletal remains of soldiers who had been used as experimental test subjects. Their corpses showed horrifying mutations, razor-sharp teeth, twisted bones, making them resemble creatures straight out of an SCP containment file. While continuing their search, they were shocked to discover a handycam identical to their own, deepening the mystery surrounding the bunker.
You must go along! Come on,
But before they could process what was happening, a sudden scream from John echoed through the corridors. Racing back, the group froze in horror as one of the mutated creatures appeared and teleported right in front of them. Thankfully, they managed to escape the monster's pursuit. But one strange detail stood out. Despite its teleportation ability, the creature could not enter the cave-like structure where they sought refuge. Still shaken, the group pressed forward, only to uncover something even more shocking. A glowing, unstable portal hidden inside the bunker. Jensen realized that this must be the perfected version of the Philadelphia Project experiment, now refined and controlled by Russian forces. As they examined the device, Holly's flashlight suddenly died, leaving them in near darkness. Panic surged through her as she blamed herself for everything. Her stubbornness, her obsession with the expedition, and the fact that her decisions had already cost the lives of her teammates. But regretting things wouldn't save them now. With the mutated creature roaming nearby and no other escape route available, the group made a desperate decision. They would step into the portal. Maybe it would take them somewhere, anywhere, where they could find help, rather than remain trapped in the bunker forever. United in their last attempt at survival, they prepared to enter the unknown. In a short amount of time, the rescue team felt cautiously relieved when they saw Jensen and Holly safe. But their relief was short-lived. Russian soldiers suddenly appeared and forcefully removed Isla and one of her companions. The soldiers demanded silence, insisting that the existence of the two missing individuals remain a secret. Unexpectedly, after stepping through the portal, Holly and Jensen were thrown 52 years into the past, landing precisely during the time of the infamous Dyatlov Pass tragedy. While Isla and her companion were escorted away,
Все, пишешь? Давайте ее.
Посмотрите на их одежду.
Вы ушли отсюда к чертовой матери!
Прям дрожь пробивает.
the commander was seen handling the same SCP-like creature that had attacked them, only to reveal that it was, in fact, their own mutated selves, trapped within a hidden underground lab. A mysterious symbol on a note hinted at experiments so advanced that, even by 2013, scientists had yet to fully explain the bizarre events surrounding the Dyatlov group. Despite all this, the public continued to believe that the original hikers had died simply due to an avalanche, unaware of the supernatural and time travel horrors lurking beneath the surface. Holly and Jensen's expedition had uncovered far more than they had ever imagined. A portal that not only allowed time travel, but also caused mutation, transforming humans into terrifying SCP-like entities. Their journey blurred the line between reality and legend, leaving mysteries unsolved for decades. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.